If you're managing diabetes, especially if you're over 50, the right plant-based proteins could do more than just control your blood sugar. They could help protect your heart, kidneys, nerves, and even your vision. In this video, you'll discover the top plant-based proteins for diabetics, understand how they support better blood sugar control and organ health, and learn simple ways to add them into your meals without spiking your glucose. So let's take a closer look at the most powerful plant-based proteins you can start using today to build a stronger, healthier body, especially as we age with diabetes. Number one, beans. Beans are one of the most valuable plant-based foods for managing diabetes because of their balanced combination of protein, fiber, complex carbohydrates, and essential minerals. A single cooked cup of beans, around 7 ounces, provides approximately 15 grams of protein, 15 grams of fiber, 40 grams of total carbohydrates, and about 240 calories. This serving covers about 30% of the daily value for protein and over 50% of the daily value for fiber. Out of the 40 grams of total carbohydrates, around 60% is fiber, which slows digestion and dramatically lowers the post-meal rise in blood sugar levels. The glycemic index of most beans ranges between 27 and 40, classifying them as a low-glycemic food, making them highly suitable for diabetics. Beans stabilize blood sugar by slowing the absorption of carbohydrates and preventing sharp glucose spikes after meals. Research shows that adding 1 cup of cooked beans daily can lower hemoglobin A1C levels by up to 0.5% over 12 weeks, supporting long-term blood sugar management. The high fiber content in beans not only improves glycemic control, but also enhances satiety, helping diabetics manage appetite and avoid overeating, which further assists in weight control and insulin sensitivity. Beans offer additional protection for heart health. Their soluble fiber helps lower LDL cholesterol levels by 5% to 10%, and their high potassium content, about 18% of the daily value per cup, supports healthy blood pressure regulation. They also provide around 21% of the daily value for magnesium, which improves vascular function and reduces the risk of arterial stiffness and cardiovascular disease. Regular consumption of beans has been associated with a 10% to 15% reduction in the risk of coronary heart disease, a major concern for diabetics. Kidney health also benefits from the regular intake of beans. Their low sodium and high potassium balance help maintain proper blood pressure and reduce strain on the delicate filtration units in the kidneys. In addition, the anti-inflammatory and antioxidant compounds found in beans, including polyphenols, contribute to reduced oxidative stress, which plays a critical role in slowing the progression of diabetic nephropathy. Neuropathy, another serious complication of diabetes, can be slowed by the stable blood sugar levels that beans help maintain. Consistent glucose control helps protect the small blood vessels supplying nerves, reducing the risk of tingling, numbness, and nerve pain. Magnesium in beans further supports nerve function by enhancing nerve signal transmission and reducing muscle cramps. Beans also support eye health by stabilizing blood glucose and improving microvascular circulation, which are key strategies in preventing diabetic retinopathy. The antioxidants in beans help protect the retinal blood vessels from oxidative damage, which can lead to vision loss if uncontrolled. Gut health is another important area improved by bean consumption. The high soluble fiber content acts as a prebiotic, feeding beneficial gut bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids. These compounds help maintain the integrity of the gut lining, reduce systemic inflammation, and improve overall insulin sensitivity. Incorporating beans into a diabetic-friendly meal plan is simple. One practical recipe involves taking 1/2 cup of cooked black beans, adding 1/4 cup of diced cucumbers, 1/4 cup of diced tomatoes, a tablespoon of chopped red onions, and a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil. Squeeze fresh lime juice over the top and mix well. This meal provides around 10 grams of protein, 20% of the daily value, 10 to 12 grams of fiber, around 40% of the daily value, under 200 calories, and a very low glycemic impact. It can be prepared quickly and fits easily into a blood sugar-friendly eating plan. While beans are highly beneficial for diabetics, there are a few precautions to consider. Because beans are high in fiber, introducing them suddenly into the diet may cause digestive discomfort, such as bloating or gas. It is recommended to start with small servings, like 1/2 cup cooked, and gradually increase the amount to allow the digestive system to adjust. People with advanced kidney disease who need to limit potassium intake should moderate their bean consumption or seek professional advice. Additionally, canned beans often contain added sodium, so selecting low-sodium options or thoroughly rinsing canned beans before eating is recommended for better blood pressure control. Overall, beans are a highly effective food for stabilizing blood sugar, protecting cardiovascular health, supporting kidney function, preserving nerve health, maintaining vision, improving gut microbiota, and promoting healthy weight management. By the way, I'd love to know, where are you watching from today? Drop your country or city in the comments. It's always amazing to see how far our diabetes healthcare community has reached around the world. Number 2, chickpeas. Chickpeas, also known as garbanzo beans, offer one of the most complete nutrient profiles among plant-based foods, making them especially valuable for individuals managing diabetes. A single cooked cup of chickpeas, about 7 ounces, provides approximately 15 grams of plant-based protein, 13 grams of dietary fiber, 45 grams of total carbohydrates, and around 270 calories. This serving covers about 30% of the daily value for protein and approximately 45% of the daily value for fiber. Despite their carbohydrate content, the high proportion of fiber significantly alters the body's glucose response, resulting in a low glycemic index between 28 and 36. The fiber found in chickpeas is a combination of soluble and insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber dissolves in water to form a gel-like substance that slows the absorption of glucose into the bloodstream, helping to prevent sharp blood sugar spikes after meals. Insoluble fiber, on the other hand, supports gut motility and promotes healthy digestion, helping prevent the slow gastrointestinal transit that can worsen insulin resistance over time. Research shows that individuals who incorporate legumes like chickpeas into their diet can experience a reduction in postprandial blood glucose by up to 35%, alongside significant improvements in long-term glycemic control reflected in A1C levels. Beyond blood sugar management, chickpeas offer strong cardiovascular protection. The soluble fiber content helps trap bile acids in the gut, leading to reduced cholesterol absorption and a 5% to 10% decrease in LDL cholesterol levels over time. Chickpeas also supply about 14% of the daily value for potassium and 20% of the daily value for magnesium per cooked cup, two minerals essential for vascular relaxation, endothelial function, and blood pressure control. Consuming potassium-rich foods like chickpeas can offset the sodium load from other foods, lower blood pressure, and reduce strain on the heart, which is critical given that heart disease remains the leading cause of death in people with diabetes. Kidney protection is another area where chickpeas demonstrate benefits. Diabetes is a major risk factor for chronic kidney disease, primarily through the twin mechanisms of high blood pressure and glomerular hyperfiltration. The potassium and magnesium in chickpeas help maintain blood vessel tone and reduce vascular injury inside the kidneys, while the low sodium content supports better fluid management and reduces intraglomerular pressure. Chickpeas also have a low dietary acid load compared to animal proteins, minimizing metabolic acidosis and further protecting renal function over the long term. When it comes to nerve health, chickpeas provide indirect but significant support. Stable blood sugar achieved by including fiber-rich foods like chickpeas prevents the glycation of nerve tissues, one of the main drivers of diabetic neuropathy. Magnesium enhances nerve conduction and muscle relaxation, helping maintain healthy sensory and motor nerve pathways. Studies have shown that magnesium deficiency can worsen neuropathic symptoms, highlighting the importance of magnesium-rich foods like chickpeas for diabetic nerve health. Chickpeas also contribute to preserving eye health, an area often threatened by diabetic retinopathy. Fluctuating blood sugar damages the microvasculature of the retina, but the steady glucose control supported by chickpea intake helps maintain capillary integrity. Additionally, chickpeas contain natural antioxidants, such as polyphenols, which help neutralize oxidative stress, reducing the risk of retinal degeneration and vision loss over time. Gut health is another critical benefit of chickpea consumption. The soluble fiber in chickpeas acts as a prebiotic, feeding beneficial gut bacteria like bifidobacteria and lactobacilli. As these bacteria ferment the fiber, they produce short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, propionate, and acetate, which strengthen the intestinal barrier, lower systemic inflammation, and improve insulin sensitivity. A healthier gut microbiota translates into better metabolic control, lower blood sugar variability, and improved immune system regulation, vital for preventing the low-grade chronic inflammation that accelerates diabetic complications. Chickpeas even offer additional micronutrients that support diabetic health. They are a moderate source of iron, providing about 26% of the daily value per cooked cup, helping prevent anemia, which can exacerbate fatigue and worsen insulin resistance. They also provide zinc, necessary for immune function and pancreatic beta cell health, supporting better insulin production and action. A simple way to incorporate chickpeas into a diabetic-friendly meal plan is by preparing a refreshing salad. Combine 1/2 cup of cooked chickpeas with 1/4 cup diced cucumbers, 1/4 cup diced tomatoes, a tablespoon of chopped parsley, and a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil. Add a squeeze of fresh lemon and season with a pinch of black pepper. This meal offers approximately 10 to 12 grams of protein, about 8 grams of fiber, under 220 calories, and an extremely low glycemic load, providing a filling, blood sugar-friendly option that supports metabolic health. While chickpeas are highly beneficial for diabetics, a few precautions should be considered. Due to their high fiber content, introducing large servings too quickly may cause gastrointestinal discomfort, such as bloating or gas. It is advisable to start with small amounts, around 1/4 to 1/2 cup cooked, and gradually increase intake. People with advanced kidney disease who must limit potassium intake should monitor their portion sizes carefully. Additionally, canned chickpeas may contain added sodium. Opting for low-sodium versions or thoroughly rinsing canned chickpeas before eating helps reduce overall sodium intake and supports better blood pressure management. Number 3, tofu. Tofu is one of the best plant-based protein options for people with diabetes because of its low carbohydrate content, high-quality protein, and beneficial fat profile. Made from condensed soy milk, tofu is low in calories and contains a full range of essential amino acids. A 3.5-ounce serving of firm tofu provides around 10 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat, only about 2 grams of carbohydrates, and roughly 90 calories. This serving size supplies approximately 20% of the daily value for protein. The extremely low carbohydrate content means that tofu has a negligible effect on blood sugar levels, making it an excellent choice for blood sugar stability. Tofu is particularly useful for improving insulin sensitivity. The isoflavones naturally found in tofu are plant-based compounds that have been shown to reduce inflammation, support healthy blood vessels, and enhance the body's response to insulin. Research shows that regular consumption of soy foods like tofu can improve endothelial function and lower the risk of cardiovascular disease by up to 25%, which is significant because heart disease remains the leading cause of death among diabetics. The protein in tofu plays a vital role in blood sugar management by slowing down digestion, promoting satiety, and helping preserve lean muscle mass, which is critical for maintaining healthy glucose uptake. In addition, tofu provides important minerals such as magnesium and calcium. A 3.5-ounce serving of tofu supplies about 12% of the daily value for magnesium and around 20 to 25% of the daily value for calcium, depending on the type of tofu. Magnesium supports over 300 enzymatic reactions, many of which are involved in glucose metabolism and vascular health. Calcium helps maintain strong blood vessels, supports healthy nerve signaling, and contributes to stable blood pressure, all of which are critical in managing diabetic complications. Tofu also provides cardiovascular support through its fat profile. Around 60% of the fat in tofu is polyunsaturated fat, including a small amount of omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats help reduce systemic inflammation, lower LDL cholesterol, and improve blood vessel flexibility, supporting better blood circulation and reducing the risk of heart attacks and strokes. The combination of high protein, healthy fats, and very low carbohydrates makes tofu highly effective for improving overall metabolic health in diabetics. Tofu can also protect the kidneys, an organ highly vulnerable to damage in diabetes. Animal proteins tend to create a higher acid load, which can strain the kidneys over time. Plant-based proteins like tofu have a lower acid load and are less taxing on kidney function. This makes tofu a preferred choice for diabetics aiming to protect their renal health, especially those with early signs of nephropathy. Neuropathy prevention also benefits from tofu consumption. The stable blood sugar effects, magnesium content, and anti-inflammatory properties of tofu help support nerve health, maintain proper nerve signaling, and reduce the risk of developing diabetic neuropathy symptoms such as tingling, numbness, and pain. Eye health can also benefit from tofu's overall vascular and blood sugar stabilizing effects. By improving circulation, supporting blood vessel flexibility, and reducing oxidative stress, tofu indirectly helps protect the small blood vessels in the eyes, lowering the risk of diabetic retinopathy. Gut health may also improve with tofu. While tofu is not a major source of fiber, maintaining a stable blood sugar environment reduces gut inflammation and supports a healthier microbiome indirectly, contributing to better overall metabolic control. Preparing tofu in a diabetic-friendly way is simple. One easy recipe involves slicing 4 ounces of firm tofu into cubes, patting it dry, and sautéing it with a teaspoon of olive oil over medium heat until golden. Then add 1/2 cup of steamed broccoli, 1/4 cup of diced red bell peppers, and a splash of low-sodium tamari or soy sauce. This meal delivers around 18 grams of protein, around 36% of the daily value, 8 grams of healthy fats, under 8 grams of carbohydrates, and about 220 calories. It is nutrient-dense, quick to prepare, and highly supportive of blood sugar control. While tofu is very diabetic-friendly, a few precautions should be considered. Some people with soy allergies should avoid tofu. Additionally, individuals with thyroid conditions should monitor soy intake, as excessive soy consumption may interfere with thyroid function. It is also important to choose organic, non-GMO tofu whenever possible to minimize exposure to pesticide residues. Finally, some pre-marinated tofu products can be high in sodium, which could affect blood pressure, so choosing plain tofu and seasoning it at home is a better option for diabetic and cardiovascular health. Number 4, tempeh. Tempeh is one of the most nutrient-dense plant-based protein options available for diabetics, offering a combination of complete protein, fiber, beneficial fats, and essential minerals, all with a low glycemic impact. Made from fermented soybeans, tempeh is unique because the fermentation process enhances its digestibility and increases its nutrient absorption. A 3.5-ounce serving of tempeh provides around 19 to 21 grams of protein, 7 to 8 grams of fiber, about 9 grams of fat, 10 to 12 grams of carbohydrates, and approximately 200 calories. This serving supplies about 40% of the daily value for protein and nearly 28% of the daily value for fiber, making tempeh an excellent choice for blood sugar stability and metabolic health. Tempeh has a very low glycemic index, estimated to be between 20 and 30, meaning it causes minimal impact on blood glucose levels. The high protein and fiber content slow digestion and carbohydrate absorption, helping to prevent post-meal blood sugar spikes. Research shows that regular consumption of fermented soy foods like tempeh can improve insulin sensitivity, enhance endothelial function, and lower markers of systemic inflammation, all of which are critical for long-term diabetes management. Tempeh also supports cardiovascular health. Its fiber helps lower LDL cholesterol by 5% to 10%, while its fat content is largely composed of heart-healthy polyunsaturated fats, including omega-3 fatty acids. Tempeh supplies around 16% of the daily value for magnesium and about 9% of the daily value for potassium per serving. Both minerals are essential for blood pressure regulation and vascular protection. Additionally, the fermentation process produces bioactive peptides that have been shown to help lower blood pressure and reduce oxidative stress, further supporting heart health. Kidney health also benefits from tempeh consumption. As a plant-based protein with a lower acid load compared to animal proteins, tempeh is less taxing on the kidneys. The magnesium and potassium content help maintain electrolyte balance and vascular relaxation. two important factors for preserving kidney function over time in diabetics. Neuropathy prevention is supported through Tempeh's ability to stabilize blood sugar and reduce inflammation. The high magnesium content aids in nerve transmission and muscle function, reducing the risk of diabetic neuropathy symptoms such as tingling, numbness, and weakness. Tempeh also provides protection for the eyes. Stable blood sugar levels, combined with antioxidant compounds produced during fermentation, help maintain capillary health in the retina and reduce oxidative stress, lowering the risk of diabetic retinopathy. Gut health receives significant benefits from Tempeh due to its fermentation process. Tempeh contains natural probiotics that help strengthen the gut microbiota, improve digestion, and support immune system regulation. A healthier gut environment is closely linked to better blood sugar control, reduced systemic inflammation, and improved insulin sensitivity. Tempeh is highly versatile and easy to prepare. A simple diabetic-friendly meal involves slicing 4 ounces of tempeh, marinating it in a teaspoon of olive oil with lemon juice and black pepper, and then grilling or sautéing it for a few minutes on each side. Pair it with 1/2 cup of steamed spinach or broccoli. This meal provides around 21 grams of protein, 42% of the daily value, about 8 grams of fiber, 28% of the daily value, under 12 grams of carbohydrates, and approximately 220 calories. It is filling, balanced, and helps maintain steady blood sugar levels throughout the day. Although tempeh is highly beneficial, a few precautions are important to consider. People with soy allergies should avoid tempeh. Additionally, because tempeh is fermented, it may cause mild digestive discomfort in people unaccustomed to fermented foods. It is best to start with small servings, such as 2 to 3 ounces, and gradually increase intake. Some commercially prepared tempeh products may be marinated or flavored with added sodium, so choosing plain tempeh or rinsing pre-marinated varieties can help control sodium intake, especially important for diabetics managing blood pressure. Number 5, edamame. Edamame, or young green soybeans, is one of the most balanced plant-based foods for diabetics, offering a combination of high protein, fiber, healthy fats, and essential minerals, all with a low glycemic impact. A 3.5-ounce serving of cooked edamame, about 1/2 cup, provides approximately 17 grams of protein, 8 grams of fiber, 14 grams of total carbohydrates, 8 grams of fat, and about 190 calories. This portion delivers about 34% of the daily value for protein and around 28% of the daily value for fiber, making edamame an excellent choice for maintaining blood sugar stability. Edamame has a naturally low glycemic index, around 15 to 18, meaning it has minimal impact on post-meal blood glucose levels. The high combination of fiber and protein slows digestion, flattens glucose absorption, and improves satiety. Research shows that including soy foods like edamame regularly can lower insulin resistance, improve lipid profiles, and reduce systemic inflammation, helping diabetics manage their condition more effectively. In terms of heart health, edamame offers considerable support. Its fiber content helps reduce LDL cholesterol levels by approximately 5% to 10%, while its potassium content, about 14% of the daily value per 3.5-ounce serving, helps maintain healthy blood pressure. Edamame is also rich in magnesium, supplying around 20% of the daily value, which supports vascular relaxation and better blood flow. These combined effects help lower the risk of cardiovascular events, which are a major concern in diabetes. Edamame also contributes to kidney health. Its low sodium and high potassium profile promote better fluid balance and lower the risk of hypertension, a leading cause of diabetic kidney damage. Unlike animal proteins, edamame exerts a lower acid load on the kidneys, helping to preserve renal function over the long term. For nerve health, the magnesium content in edamame plays a critical role. Magnesium supports healthy nerve signaling and muscle function, reducing the risk of neuropathic symptoms such as numbness, tingling, and weakness often associated with diabetes. Stable blood sugar effects from edamame also contribute to protecting the small blood vessels that supply nerve tissue. Eye health benefits from edamame through blood sugar stabilization and antioxidant support. The reduced oxidative stress from soy isoflavones found in edamame helps protect delicate retinal capillaries, lowering the risk of diabetic retinopathy and vision loss over time. Edamame is also beneficial for gut health. Its high fiber acts as a prebiotic, feeding beneficial gut bacteria. A healthier gut microbiota improves insulin sensitivity, reduces chronic inflammation, and promotes overall better blood sugar control, providing additional protection against diabetic complications. Preparing edamame for a diabetic-friendly meal is simple. One practical option is to steam half a cup of fresh or frozen edamame. Then sprinkle it lightly with a pinch of sea salt or lemon juice. This serving provides approximately 17 grams of protein, 34% of the daily value, 8 grams of fiber, 28% of the daily value, under 190 calories, and has an extremely low glycemic load, making it an ideal snack or side dish to help stabilize blood sugar. Although edamame is highly beneficial, there are a few precautions to consider. Individuals with soy allergies should avoid edamame completely. For people with thyroid conditions, moderate intake is advisable, as excessive soy consumption may interfere with thyroid hormone function. It is also important to choose organic, non-GMO edamame whenever possible to minimize exposure to genetically modified crops. Additionally, if purchasing prepackaged or seasoned edamame, it is important to check sodium content, as some versions can be high in salt, which could negatively affect blood pressure. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like. It really supports the channel. Make sure to subscribe for more science-based tips on managing diabetes naturally. And let me know in the comments, which plant-based protein are you most excited to add to your meals? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.